Big Al's Rant with Cayden McFarland, powered by Jack Cassee Ford.
And welcome halftime of the Cardinals and the Eagles. Cayden McFarland, Al Jerkins. We're going to rant, and we've got a special rant for you.
Oh, this is
You're not
going
to want to miss this one.
Bowl extravaganza.
The only thing I can say is thank goodness 5 bowls are already in the books.
With a lot of teams that I never laid eyes on this year.
Every single bowl remaining on the schedule.
Here it comes.
Holy
35
cow.
of them.
So get ready, folks. We begin with the Miami Bowl, and South Florida gets to travel how far?
I think you said 22 miles.
No, it's a little more.
It's more than that because Tampa to Miami.
Yeah, you got to go across the
right.
Alligator Alley there.
And yet, they will not have a home field advantage of any kind.
They will not. Not that Western Kentucky. I don't know about them traveling. But anyway, the Hilltoppers get, hey, a change of venue for a change. I'm going with the home team, though, South Florida.
I'm going Western Kentucky. I think the offense is better. I think the coach is better.
Okay, whatever. I already know you've gone far too much.
Even if I don't know what I'm talking about, I'll pretend like I do.
Far too much research. Yeah. That's the key to good sportscasting.
Research and development.
Act as if you know what you're
talking about.
That's
exactly right.
All right, the Idaho Bowl, we know all where this is, Boise. But Boise State's not playing in this one. Utah State, Josh Heupel has left.
Yes.
Heading for Missouri. So they take on Akron. Akron gets 6.5. Who do you like?
I like Matt Wells. I took him in our online version.
Okay.
I'm switching, though. Heupel leaving. Now I'm going Akron by
a
point.
I'm sticking Utah State. I'm going to say,
That's good.
Take this, Josh Heupel. We're going to win anyway. Temple, Toledo. A lot of people are leading towards Toledo. All of a sudden, after Temple lost to Notre Dame, is Temple just falling off the face of the earth?
They've had a nice year, haven't they? A lot of people go with offense in these bowl games. I like Temple's defense. I think this will be close. It won't be easy for them, but I like Temple. I think they're the better team.
By the way, that's the Boca Bowl.
The Boca Bowl.
In Boca Raton, Florida.
Just playing all of them in South Florida.
All right, here's the Poinsettia Bowl, and Cayden's already made fun of the way I spelled Poinsettia.
Yeah, I don't know if we can zoom in on the Poinsettia Bowl.
That's
what it is.
I'm
kidding.
All right, Boise State, Northern Illinois. Northern Illinois getting 7.5 here.
I'm going Northern Illinois. I don't think the Mountain West was very good this year. Boise didn't even win a bad Mountain West. I like Northern Illinois.
I'm with you on that one. Bowling Green, Georgia South in the GoDaddy Bowl. This could be, well, I'll leave it at that. It's a nice place. No, it isn't a nice place. GoDaddy, everything about it. Even Danica Patrick.
Yes,
no part
even
of
she'd stay away from this thing.
Yes.
Georgia Southern runs the triple option. That can be tricky, but I'm going Bowling Green. I think they covered like every game this year. Dino Babers left, but still, that's a high-powered offense.
All right, the Bahamas Bowl, Western Michigan and Middle Tennessee. I'm going to be scientific here. I'm taking MTSU because that's my wife's alma mater, and my daughter's going to nursing school.
You've signed some checks to those guys, so you got to go Middle Tennessee.
They owe me here, and I'm taking the Blue Raiders of Middle Tennessee.
I'm going Western Michigan just to be different.
All right, Hawaii Bowl, Cincinnati. They haven't had the greatest of seasons anyway. They are not going to be paying attention to football when they get to Hawaii.
Yeah.
And San Diego State. What kind of trip is this for them, really? You go from
San Diego to
Paradise all
the
Hawaii.
time.
That's what I'm saying. So I'm going San Diego State in this one.
Rocky Long used to coach at my alma mater, New Mexico. I love him, but again, I don't think the Mountain West was very good this year. Cincinnati's offense too good. Give me Cincinnati.
All right. St. Pete Bowl, played indoors where the Tampa Bay Rays play. And I can't imagine this being much of a venue for football either.
I wouldn't think.
Marshall and UConn. I'm going to be quite honest with you. I'm just going to take Marshall because I like the green.
I'll go UConn because their head coach used to be Notre Dame's defensive coordinator. I like the guy, Bob Diaco. They beat Houston, by the way. Give me UConn.
Too many connected dots with you.
I know.
All right, the Sun Bowl. Finally, we get to bowls that we've actually heard of
and teams
has
I've actually heard of.
To it.
Yeah.
El Paso, and this is Miami and Washington State. I'm taking Leach here.
Yeah.
And I think Miami, they deserve to lose because they shouldn't have had another win to get into this bowl in the first place when they beat Duke on a bogus play.
I don't think kids go to Miami to play in El Paso in the postseason. I don't think they're real fired up about the Sun Bowl. Give me Washington State. Been a long time since they've won a bowl game. Give me Mike Leach.
Dallas Bowl, and from what I understand, this is one of the worst bowls on the card. Well,
that's saying something.
As far as hospitality is concerned.
Oh, yeah, I got you now.
I can't imagine playing in the Cotton Bowl when there isn't a state fair.
It's pretty dead. Yeah, OSU played in this game a few years back, and
yes,
it was pretty dead.
It was It was
Really
brutal.
did.
Southern Miss and Washington. Who do you like now? You
I
going with
like
Montana?
Southern Miss to cover, but I think Washington wins the game by a field goal.
All right, Southern Miss is getting 8.5, by the way, and I'm going with Cayden on that one. All right, Pinstripe Bowl. Here's the most interesting bowl game for me. We've explained this before. We have two basketball teams, Indiana and Duke, playing a football game.
That's right.
In the world's most famous baseball stadium.
All of that's true.
So I've got Indiana winning with 3 in the bottom of the ninth.
Yeah, I think David Cutcliffe may be a little better head coach. I'm changing my mind on this. Give me Duke.
Oh, no,
Yeah,
no.
I'm going
Kevin
the other
Wilson,
way. No,
huh?
no Kevin Wilson
Holy
love
cow.
today. Sorry.
All right, Independence Bowl, Shreveport. This is our favorite
We
Golden
know
Hurricane
all about
outfit,
this team.
Virginia Tech. I know a lot of emotion will be with Virginia Tech, but we've known this emotion all season long, and Virginia Tech just didn't seem to answer it too often.
They did some down the stretch to make a bowl game. You're right. This is not his best team by any means. In fact, I think he would continue coaching if he had a little better outfit right now. I think Virginia Tech wins. They just recruit the kind of athlete and player that's going to be difficult for Tulsa to deal with when you're talking Virginia Tech's defense versus TU's offense. But I think Tulsa plays well and makes it close. I think Tulsa would cover the 14
This is a similar game to me than when TU played Fresno State in the Liberty Bowl. Fresno State on paper looked like a better team, looked like the more physical team, but TU somehow got in it because they're a grit. I think TU's a pretty gritty outfit, and I love getting the 14.
If they had Kevin Lucas, I definitely think I would be picking Tulsa.
All right, the Farmers Bowl. Get a load of this one.
Foster Farms.
UCLA against Nebraska.
Yeah.
Now you can understand Nebraska playing in the Farmers Bowl, even though they're 5-7, but UCLA.
Yes.
I want to see any player on UCLA's team. Have they ever milked a cow?
No.
I don't think so.
I don't think so.
And Nebraska?
Hopefully
yes,
a few of them have milked a cow. That's right. So you're going Nebraska?
No.
Oh, okay.
UCLA. My kids went to UCLA. How am I going to go against them?
I want to go Nebraska because I think UCLA's motivation will be at 0, but I'm going with the better quarterback, Josh Rosen, UCLA.
All right, the Rosen one.
Yes, the Rosen
is
one.
what they're saying. All right, the Military Bowl, Navy and Pitt. Now, yesterday we made picks for our website, and you went with Pitt because you thought that Navy's coach was going to leave and go to BYU.
I thought he was going to BYU.
And he turned it down between our taping of that.
So I am back on the midshipman's bandwagon, baby. That triple option's going to run all over Pittsburgh.
I just
Give me
can't
Navy.
see how you could take anybody else but Navy in the Military Bowl. Are you kidding me?
That's them.
Quick Lane, Central Michigan against Minnesota. Minnesota has fired all their coaches. They are in complete disarray right now. I look for the Chippewas to win this one.
Quick Lane Bowl, how about change the channel, Quick Bowl?
Yes.
Give me Central Michigan and move on.
All right. Games on December 29th. We have another Armed Forces Bowl. I'm going with Air Force plus the 6.5. Cal's had a strange year.
They have. Give me Cal. I think the quarterback's really good. I like air raid offenses in bowl games. I'll go Cal.
All right, Russell Athletic Bowl. Will Russell play for Baylor?
He will not. They're going with their third stringer Johnson, who beat Oklahoma State. Right. But I think North Carolina and that dual threat quarterback probably too much. I like North Carolina.
I'm going with Tar Heels plus the 3.
Not a great start for the Big 12.
No, Arizona has 2 conference foes going against each other, Colorado State and Nevada. I'm going with Colorado State.
I'll go Colorado State, and let's move on because
this is the no comment
nothing to see here.
Texas, LSU and Texas Tech.
Good one.
If I'm Texas Tech, I'm not punting. I'm onside kicking every time I score because there is absolutely no reason to put that porous defense on the field.
And if I'm LSU, I'm not passing. All game long. I'm just running Fournette 90
here,
times
Fournette
if
there,
possible.
yes. Okay.
Give me LSU, but I bet Tech makes it a ball game.
All right, we have a lot of games left, so we want to get to it, but we need to take this quick break. We'll be right back.
Jack Cassey Ford's holiday sales event is on now. Right now, you'll find interest rates as low as 0% for 72 months or factory rebates and incentives on a wide variety of new Ford models. Jack Cassey Ford, south of Claremore on Highway 66.
Jack Cassey Ford.
All right, we're up to the Birmingham Bowl in Birmingham, Alabama at the Iron Bowl, and it is not completely rusted out yet. It's still standing up. Auburn and Memphis. Auburn gets a home game here. Memphis loses their coach. Memphis struggled at the end of the season. I'm going Auburn here.
If Fuente was there, I'd go Memphis, but I'll take Auburn.
All right, the Belk Bowl, Mississippi State and NC State.
Yeah, NC State hasn't beaten a team with a winning record all year. I don't think it starts here. Give me Mississippi State.
They are getting 7.5.
They are. I still don't like them.
All right, Music Bowl in Nashville, Tennessee, Texas A&M and Louisville. Now, Arkansas was scheduled to go here, but Arkansas turned this game down because they didn't want to play Petrino in Louisville. So A&M is there, but I like Louisville plus the 2.5.
A&M is just a grease fire right now. Every quarterback they got on the roster wants to leave. Give me Louisville just because A&M looks like they're a mess.
The Holiday Bowl, USC and Wisconsin. Now, my heart would tell you that I would pick Wisconsin,
Yeah,
but I
you're a big
can't
whiskey guy.
even do that because I don't think they're very good.
Yeah.
And I think USC, Holiday Bowl, they don't have to go very far, but
Sure.
still they'll have fun. I think
Too much
Wisconsin
NFL
will have
talent.
too much fun in San
Yeah,
Diego.
USC here.
USC, even though they're giving up 2.5. All right, let's get to the Orange Bowl.
Here we
This
go.
is a big one here, obviously. Clemson getting 3.5 to the Oklahoma Sooners. I'm curious, does Vegas have it 3.5 because of OU's name, or do they really think that OU's that much better than Clemson?
Yeah.
Or is this just a line to try to get some action?
I want to be careful with what I say here because OU had a fantastic season, and post the Texas game, everybody that lined up in front of them, they really got after them. So all credit to OU, but they faced 3 backup quarterbacks. Right. To me, if Baylor or TCU had done what OU's done, I'm not sure they'd be a favorite in this ball game. I think a big part of it is OU as a major brand in college football. They're a really good team, and they may be better than Clemson, but this line does surprise me because Clemson's really good too.
See, I think for every player that you name on OU's offense, Clemson has an answer.
Absolutely.
I think I think it's about as even as you can get there.
It's a very
But it comes down to Venables and Stoops. The defense.
And the revenge factor there matters. You know, the two teams are very different from what they were last year, but I can't believe Stoops isn't just itching to get back at Venables after what happened last year. I think that does favor OU in some ways, but the fact that OU's a favorite in Vegas, I think that favors Clemson. To me, this is going to be a barn burner.
Keep this in mind. Mike Stoops is upstairs. Bob Stoops mentioned again in his last press conference how important it was to have Mike upstairs. Sure. And it's worked, and that could be, it may not seem like a whole lot, but I think that could make a big difference here.
They have not played a dual-threat quarterback as good as Deshaun Watson all year long. Mike Stoops upstairs may help. I don't know if it's going to help enough. I really do think Clemson wins this ballgame. As much as I hate to say that, I think Clemson wins by a field goal.
The desk that Mike Stoops is working on is still in place when the game is over. All right, so we're both picking Clemson to win the game?
Are we? I'm going Clemson.
All right, Clemson.
My apologies.
All right, Cotton Bowl. I want to ask a question here. Does Alabama have an advantage in the whole playoff system because they were in it last year and the other 3 teams are inexperienced? Sure. Or have we played enough of these college football playoff games to even consider experience?
I think Alabama's greater advantage is that they've got 5-star guys at every single position
that doesn't
who are going to end up in the NFL.
The
no, you make a pretty good point. They've been through this before, and I think Michigan State is just not built in a way that challenges Bama very much. They deal with pro-style attacks better than anybody.
But I don't see Alabama winning this game by more than 9.5 points.
I don't either. I think Michigan State covers and Bama wins. I think it's low
too
scoring.
much of a phone booth kind of game to have that kind of point
Agreed.
spread. All right, but we're both picking Alabama, but Michigan State to cover. All right, the Peach Bowl, Houston and Florida State. I like Florida State.
Too much NFL talent.
All right, we get to the games on the first. The Outback Bowl, Northwestern and Tennessee. I got to be honest with you, I'm not that high on Tennessee. And I think Northwestern is going to come plus the 9.5.
Yeah, I agree with that. I think Tennessee might win by a field goal, but I bet you Northwestern covers.
All right, Michigan, Florida in the Citrus Bowl, final 3-0 Florida.
Yeah, let me go 6-0. 3 safeties by Michigan. That's how they get to 6. Michigan wins.
All right, we're getting closer to the end here. Tax Slayer, Georgia and Penn State. We're picking Georgia because we both think that Penn State is horrible.
They just
and I can't even believe they're in this game. But where do they play the Tax Slayer Bowl? Is this
Jacksonville, I believe.
Okay,
I think that's where
so it's the old Gator Bowl.
Yeah.
All right, Fiesta, Ohio State, and Notre Dame.
I'm going Ohio State. I think they're the best team in the country
you're
when
not.
healthy. I think Notre Dame's going to play well. I think they'll make it a game. I think Ohio State wins.
You are not going against your team.
They lose by 3. How about they lose by 2? For the third time this year, Notre Dame loses by 2.
But there's no fun in
There is no fun in that.
Your team.
Maybe I'm doing a reverse psychology thing.
Okay.
You'll never know.
Iowa and Stanford. Stanford rolls, in my opinion.
I don't know about rolls, but I think Stanford wins.
Sugar Bowl, Ole Miss. They've got 7 NFL players on the starting outfit. OSU does not. They have 1. So OSU getting 6.5. I think OSU is going to play a little better now that Rudolph is healthy again.
Hopefully.
And it really compromises OSU's offense when Rudolph can't play, and obviously because I think it compromises J.W. Walsh's ability to do what he
Yes.
does best. So I think OSU's going to make it close, but Ole Miss will win.
I agree. I think Oklahoma State plays really, really well, but I think Ole Miss just has a little too much talent.
All right, Arkansas and Kansas State in the Liberty Bowl.
Arkansas by 10.
By 10? All right, so they don't beat the spread then. It's 13 and a half.
Bill Snyder beats the spread.
All right, I'm going to go K-State plus the 13 and a half. Alamo Bowl, TCU and Oregon. In
is
my
fun.
opinion, Oregon rolls.
I think Oregon wins. They're rolling at the end of the year. TCU's defense a little too beaten up.
And our bowl season ends with the Cactus Bowl between two coaches that hate each other. Just 180 of Cayden and yours truly here,
Yeah,
because we
that's
love
right.
each other.
We love each other.
We're brothers. We're like brothers. But
Big Al and
Arizona
Little
State
Al.
and West Virginia, they are not like brothers. Oh, well, they're like fighting brothers.
Yes.
They hate each other. And you're going with?
I'll go West Virginia.
I'll go Arizona State. Just to
That'll work.
be-
Taking your old buddy Todd Graham. Who do you think wins the national title game?
Alabama beats Clemson.
I'm with you.
All
We're
right,
in agreement. That was
all right.
fun.
Yes. And I hope we're wrong on our
I absolutely,
we-
for the record,
Yes.
we want Oklahoma to win. We want to spend a week in Scottsdale.
Yes, let's put it
Trust
to
me.
We're
we
selfish.
want to be there.
We are big time selfish, and we want to use the station's money as best we can. And we can't do that unless we go to Phoenix or
Fact.
Glendale.
Yep.
So
Go Sooners.
please, yes, go
Boomer.
Boomer sooner. All right, that wraps it up. Back to the third quarter of our game with the Eagles and the Cardinals.
Big Al's Rant with Cayden McFarland, powered by Jack